I'm sitting in my office at church, and I want to show you something that I keep in my office. It's this. It's a cup of coffee, but there's no coffee in it. In fact, this particular cup, it's been sitting in my office for over a year. So it's a good thing that there's no coffee in it because it would be really, really bad. Um, but I keep this cup of coffee cleaned out in my office because of what it means. This particular cup of coffee was given to me by my oldest daughter. She works at a coffee shop, and one day on her way home from work, she stopped at my office, and I wasn't in here at the time, but she had brought me some coffee, and she wrote a message on the coffee mug. It says thanks a latte, thanks a latte. I won't tell you the whole story behind it and why she was saying thanks a latte and why she was giving me a coffee mug that day, but I keep it around because it reminds me of something. It reminds me of something very meaningful. It's something that makes me smile every time I think about it. God wanted the manna in the Old Testament to do something similar. Yeah, he had the Israelites take some manna and put it in the Ark of the Covenant where they were supposed to keep it, and where they would keep it for the next 40 years as they continued to wander through the wilderness. And the reason he wanted them to keep it wasn't because he wanted anything to go rotten, but because he wanted it to be a reminder of something wonderful, something that God had done for them. A reminder that God rescued them, not only from Egypt, but he rescued them day after day after day in a very difficult situation. He provided for them just as he promised he would. That manna had a purpose. And I bring that up today because one of the things that I'm noticing as I interact with people is that many are struggling with, well, what's my purpose now? What am I supposed to be doing here? Before all of this hit, a lot of that was really set. You knew your purpose at work. You knew exactly where you were supposed to be, when you were supposed to be there, what you were supposed to do. You knew your role at home, what you were supposed to do when you got home, what the chores were, what the tasks were. You knew your role with your kids' education and how much you were supposed to help with the homework and check on them and things like that. But now so much of that has been blown up. Many people have lost their jobs, or their jobs have changed, or now they're supposed to work in the place where their kids are also going to school, and they look at themselves as a homeschooling parent now, and they wonder, am I messing this up? Am I doing really well? And many don't believe that they are. And when will you ever get to a point when you'll feel like, okay, I know my purpose now. I know exactly how I'm supposed to do and what I'm supposed to do, and how I'm supposed to do it. But maybe by the time you figure that out, it'll all change again, and things will go back to normal, if that's even possible at this point. But I want to point out something about the manna. God used the manna to send an incredible message for more than 4 decades. A message that we have a God who loves us and cares for us day after day after day. And do you know what the manna needed to be in order to send that message? Itself. It just needed to be the manna that it already was. And you only need to be the same thing in order for God to use your life to send the same message. You don't need to be manna. You just need to be yourself. We know that because of the places where you already fit. You already fit within God's care. You already fit within his family. Jesus died to give you that right. You already fit within his very loving arms and his very warm, eternal embrace. You already fit within his kingdom of grace. You're already there. You're already there. And God is going to continue to do everything that he promises to. Like he did with the manna, he's going to provide for you. He's going to give you exactly what you need. Whether you're in an easy time in life or you feel like you're wandering through a wilderness, God's going to continue to be God. And you only need to be exactly who you are right now for him to use your life for an incredible purpose. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 25 years from now, 40 years from now, people ask you about the pandemic of 2020. Ask, how would you get through it? You'll have a good answer. Well, God did it. God cared for me just as he said he would. And by saying just that, by pointing to what we know is true, God will have used you for a pretty incredible purpose, to make him look great to yet another soul. Rest well tonight, my friends. You only need to be you and nothing more for God to use you powerfully.